Hello everyone, my name is Mateo-Tube. Welcome back to another episode of Run8. We're here in West Colton with the trains that we built in the last episode. These are the 3 trains that we built in the last episode. If you missed that episode, you can go to the channel and I have a playlist with all the Run8 videos and you can watch us building these trains. In between last episode and this episode, I built another train and I sent it to West Colton and here it is. By the way, I do have a multiplayer server. If anybody would be interested on joining my community Run8 server, all you gotta do is join the Discord, and the server information is there. Anyways, without further ado, we're gonna get this show on the road because we have a lot of stuff to do. Look at the trains here. We're gonna get started with this train right here. This is the monster train that we built in the last episode. It has 2 DPUs on it, as well as 3 rear DPUs. Yeah, so we're going to be using the Humpyard today, and, well, if you've never used a Humpyard, you might learn some things in this episode, so stick around. We're going to split this train in half because there's DPUs here. So what I'm going to do is just disconnect the train here, and I'm going to pull forward a little bit, and we're just going to pull this train forward a little bit, remove this power, park it probably over there where I have a couple other engines, and we will get an AI working on the Humpyard, which if you've never seen that, today you're going to see how it gets done. I gotta say, using the Humpyard is probably one of my most favorite activities in this game. If you've never seen it in action, it can be very satisfying. And you know what? Right here should do. Right here should do. I'm just going to dim the lights real quick. Do this. Now, I don't know if the AI is going to work with this train, and the reason for that is if you look at the DPUs, they're facing towards the train. Whenever I do humping at a Humpyard and I put it on AI, they're always facing away from the train. So I have no idea if this is going to work, but there is one way to find out. And that's just by trying it out. So if you want to put AI on the Humpyard, all you got to do is have the first engine needs to say hump. That's literally all it needs to do. You could have anything else in it, but as long as it says hump, the AI will know, okay, this train needs to use the Humpyard. And the train will know, or the AI will know to come here and do the humping. But first, before we send the AI off, we're going to, let's see, we're going to get the front power, or the rear DPUs, off of the train. Okay, here we go along. We're just going to put this train with those engines that are right there and start building a West Colton, like, power pool. Because I don't have any engines over here except for, like, 2 SD40s. And as we're building these outbound trains, we're going to need... Whoo! I went a little bit quick. Anyways, as I was saying, I don't have any power here at West Colton. As you can see, the yard here is a little bit empty except for a couple of freight cars. We also have an SD40 way over here. So we're going to start building a little power pool for the outbound trains because as we build these outbound trains, they're going to need locomotives. And these are the locomotives we're going to use. So this can do right here. We'll just stop the train, leave it here, and start the hump going. So if you've never seen the Humpyard, if you hit Control F6, you're going to open up the hump configuration screen. And here are the different tracks at the Humpyard. You can see we have FR, RV, MJ. These are for freight cars. So we have a freight car that comes up to the hump that has FR on it. It's going to go to track 203. Let's say we have a freight car with MJ. It's going to go to track 205. When the AI engines make it here, you'll get a message in the top right-hand corner like, AI has finished hump or whatever. Let's just get this started and see if it will work. Oh, I can't AI it. Oh no. I can't AI this train because the locomotive is facing towards the train, not away from it. Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. So, okay. I guess that answers my question on whether or not the AI hump train will work if the lead locomotive is facing towards the rest of the train than away from it. So we got to bring another engine over. I guess we'll just use this locomotive here. Okay, let's just shimmy the train in here. Something tells me it's not going to fit. You know what? I think we're going to fit. It's just classic Mateo underestimating how much space we actually have. Actually, we shouldn't be going that fast. Okay, there we go. Like a glove, we fit. Because you know what? When you're looking at it from right here, it looks like a lot less space. Okay, so now I'm just going to put an X on that, and we're going to name this Master Hump. Now, this should work. Should work. Let's see here, actually. I just want to make sure everything is flipped properly before we send this train off. That looks good. I think Auto should automatically flip these switches for us, so I'm not going to worry about that. However, Auto won't flip these two switches, so, yeah, he's not going to flip these. So let's flip that one. Let's flip this one. And we will send the AI off. Okay, I hit AI recrew. There you go. UP9732 has been recrewed by AI for humping. Hump controller activated. West Colton Humpyard has been found by AI. This train has found the Humpyard and will slowly start rolling towards the Humpyard and get to work. Okay, and now the AI is getting to work on the hump. In the meantime, we got some other things we got to do. I'm going to get these other trains running. Let's do this. Auto start that. Going to relinquish... Oh, actually, I'm going to wait for this train to start, because I don't know if relinquishing it is going to cancel it from starting. All right, that one started up. Relinquish it. We're going to get this one started. There we go. Meanwhile, the hump train is stopped because of this switch. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Auto can't flip these. I don't think Auto can flip these switches when it's the hump controller, or the AI hump train. Well, the only reason I say that is because I've seen Auto flip these switches before, but maybe it's for a train coming off of the main. Like, maybe this AI isn't talking to Auto right now because he's within a yard. However, because a train is coming off the main, or an AI train coming off the main is talking to Auto, Auto routes him in here. I don't know. But clearly Auto can't flip these if it's a hump train. That's okay, it's just a minor inconvenience we can fix on our own. Okay, and so now that we have all the trains running, we are going to work on disconnecting the DPUs from these trains and putting them over at the power pool. This will allow us to just use the front locomotives here as the hump trains. I want to say in real life you'd probably use an SD40 to do this, but why use an SD40 if we already have front locos here? Oh, I'm going to need to pull forward just a little bit. Actually, wait. Whoa, hold on. 2 seconds. That needs to be the lead unit. Ooh. I might run into an issue. Alright, I should be able to just back this up slowly. I'm probably going to need to do that. Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, that helps. Alright, that helps. Why? What happened? Why did the train... Alright, there we go. Disconnected. Never mind. I don't know why the train just shot this way. That was scary. And I'm just going to take these 3 engines and park them at the edge of the track. By the way, hopefully everybody's having a good Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, and, well, actually it's Monday as I'm doing this. We're experiencing warm weather, so hopefully you're experiencing warm weather. If you live in the Midwest, maybe you're experiencing blizzard conditions like we were. I don't know. Also, I decided to get the A-line and Waycross, so we might be doing some CSX stuff here in the near future. Unfortunately, I still have to learn the map, so I'm kind of in this boat right now where I'm like, okay, I still need to learn how the A-line works. The tags are so much different if you've never been on the A-line. Like here, if you have a train that's going from Barstow to Bakersfield, it's bar back. Super straightforward, right? Well, with CSX, it's like C152, and C152 goes to Chicago. And I don't know how tags work yet, so I'm still trying to figure out locomotive tags. In the meantime, we're going to be sticking around here in Southern California. The multiplayer server is going to be sticking around on Southern California and having a good time. But I may be doing some stuff over in Waycross soon, so stay tuned for that if you like CSX. And as you can see, the Hump train is currently in the way, so that's why we're just going to park it at the end of the siding here. For now, and then once this train's out of the way, we will move it to the power pool that we're building, which we will then put in a, what do you call it? We'll just park them over here for future use once we're done. And the first car is approaching the hump. This is the exciting part, watching this get done. This is why, you know what, I like AIing it and just watching it, because, to be honest, the Humpyard's very satisfying if you've never seen it. Of course, you can search up videos of them doing it in real life. They can be pretty interesting. So the first car is coming up. It's going to disconnect from this one and go into one of the sidings over there. You'll just wait a couple seconds. We should come up with a message saying that it... Maybe? There we go. We just got a message here. It says NP SPFE 251931. Refrigerator car going 2 miles an hour. And the car has disconnected from the rest of the train, and we'll be going to one of the sidings, which if you just follow it here, it's going to be going into this siding here with that red box car. There we go. The next car has disconnected. And right after that car is out of the way, these switches will automatically flip to wherever this car needs to go. Not too sure where this one needs to go, but let's just watch it here. He's going to go this way. Otherwise, that switch would have flipped already. Let's see here. See, this is why it's really satisfying. Just look at this. All right, so he's going to turn. Yep, he's going to turn. And he's going to go on a different track than this one. I'm not too sure exactly where, though. Let's see. Does that one flip? No. No, that one doesn't flip. Wow, that guy's going pretty quick. Slow down for 2 seconds. Ah, there we go. That track right there, I don't know if you noticed it, but this one just flipped. And now he's going to go on this track with the box cars, titled RO. And we actually have a couple gondolas here as well. So there we go. And that third one, oh, there we go. Look at that. We have two refrigerator cars, both tagged NP. They're going to be going where that white one is. So there you go. You can see the switch has been flipped again. And now they're going to go onto that track and connect with the rest of the consist. Meantime, we have another RO coming. Another RV and a couple NP, LB, RV. See, the Humpyard makes it really easy because now you don't have to manually switch stuff. I mean, you gotta admit, this is kind of satisfying. Alright, in the meantime, he's going to be doing the Humpyard. So let's take these engines here, and... Oh, I still have to back up. Oh, you know what? I could probably just release the handbrake. Voila! There we go. I like when it does that. Disconnect that, and let's just roll forward. We might have an issue... Ah, yep. I'm gonna... disconnect. Thank you. And just like the other train, we're gonna park it right next to it. And things are really getting to work here. I do like the fact that they have a Hump AI in this game. It makes it really good. Because, I mean, if you had to run the Hump controller manually, look at how slow you have to go. You have to usually go between 2 and 6 miles an hour. I use the Hump... excuse me. Let me try that again. I did use the hump manually once, and I was going 6 miles an hour, and it seemed to work just fine. However, the AI usually goes 2 miles an hour. This is pretty much all it is for the hump AI. So just putting it on an AI and watching it is what I like to do. Because, as I say, it's just very satisfying watching this thing do its work. There. Alright, I'm going to get these two SD40s running, because we're going to have to do some trimming. So we have a couple trains here. LB, we have RV, and FR. So FR and RV is going to be a train. This is going to be one of the first outbound trains that we have. They're going to go off the map because, well, for example, well, we don't have it here, but one outgoing tag that we have in this game is CHI, and that's for Chicago. Obviously, in Southern California, you can't get to Chicago. There's no way to get there in-game. So you have to send it on an outbound train that will basically go off the map. So that's what we're doing here. And in order to figure out exactly where they have to go, I have a outgoing train destination map, which you can download on the depot's website. So if we look up here, we have RV in this train here, RV and FR. And if we look at the outgoing map, excuse me, that's the spreadsheet. If we look on the outgoing map here, FR and RV go towards Fresno. So when we build the outbound train, it's going to go towards Bakersfield and eventually go off the map. So that's where this is going to go. Obviously, you could really just send it anywhere if you wanted to, but that's where this train is going to go. Alright, so now it's basically just a waiting game. We are going to wait for this train here to finish humping, and then we are going to grab the two SD40s that we just started over there and start building some outbound trains so that we can make some space in the Humpyard here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to pull RO. Well, no, I'm going to keep RO here. We're going to pull NP out and put it into a track over there. And I think that's probably it. Yeah, we have a couple for JY. Other than that, I think we're going to pull NP out. Actually, you know what? For the heck of it, we'll pull RO out. And I'm going to pull TU out while I'm at it. Now, TU actually goes towards... okay. So, TU goes towards Yuma, which is just over here, actually. So, we got to send the train that way. That's where TU is. And NP and RO, they actually go towards Yermo, which is in the direction of Barstow. So we're going to combine both of these trains together and send them off. In the meantime, this one goes to Yuma, which is just over there, as I said. Do we have anything else here that goes to Yuma? We have LB. Where does LB go to? If we look at the map, which is in my other screen here, LB actually goes that way. So we have a train here, DO and LB actually go in the same direction. So something I could do actually is shove this whole train. Yeah, there you go. See LB and DO. If we look at the map here, they actually go here. The Humpyard is located about right here, right where West Colton is. So the Humpyard's about right here. You can go this way. And that enters, I think, the San Bernardino sub, which I don't currently have. But that all goes that way. But you know what? Before we start shimmying things around, let's just get this train done, and then we'll start shimmying about, outbound trains. In the meantime, let's take these SD70s and move them out of the way. Oh, man. Running long hood forward. You know who doesn't like to run long hood forward? Me. Except, you know what? I think Norfolk Southern used to actually do that with their SD40s. They'd run long hood forward. And I'm going to guess the reason they don't do that anymore is because of visibility. Even with an SD40, you don't have great visibility with long hood forward. You have amazing visibility looking forward, which is probably why you don't see them running long hood forward as much anymore. I mean, you do sometimes see them do it, but it's not very common. Actually, funny thing is, as I say that, just the other day I was out rail fanning, and I did see an ES44 running long hood forward. It was just a single engine train, but it was running long hood forward. I have to imagine that was terrible visibility for the driver. Alright, we're just going to stop the train right here. We're going to back up in this siding here and connect to these other SD70s. No, I'm going the wrong way. In the meantime, the hump is almost done working. Wow. This independent brake. And we will take this guy. And the last car is about to enter the hump. Meanwhile, everything else over there is being shimmied about, and there's a loud semi-truck outside. I'm sorry if you could hear that. There we go. And so now that that car is going, we're going to get a notification. UP9732, all done humping, West Colton hump. So now this guy's just going to chill here. We're going to relinquish it. There we go. And put it with the other train that we have here. Alright, let's connect this with the other train engines and get them out of the way. And we will ever so carefully move this into place. Slowly. Alright, we're going to have to grab those other locomotives as well. Blech. There we go. And I'm just going to leave this here for 2 seconds. Let's take these locomotives here. And we're just going to take this whole string of engines. And for now, we'll just leave the string of engines right here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is grab the SD40s. Let's see what we have here, actually. So we have LB and DO. I'm wondering, how many cars do we currently have sitting for LB? Ooh, we have quite a few sitting for RV, actually. It would be nice if, instead of having the stop point there, the stop point was down here. That's alright, whatever. How many do we have for LB? Not that many. We only have 3, so we're not going to worry about this train for now. FR, should we worry about it? I mean, yeah, I'm going to do it. Let's grab the LB cars while we're at it, just because they're kind of filling up. Okay, let's connect this. We're going to be grabbing the RB cars. They're all going to the same place, so we'll just put them on the back of this train. We do have something that says WCL RV, West Colton RV. I wonder why it's tagged that way. That's a little bit weird. BNSF maybe? Is that implying that it wants it to go with BNSF maybe? Because that is a BNSF tag. However, that's a Union Pacific tag. So, a little bit confusing. Whatever. It's all going to go to the same place. It doesn't really matter. How is that looking? Is that good? All right. Let's make sure the switches are flipped accordingly. Okay, so that's good. That's good. I might actually have to change this. Yes, I'm going to have to change this one. So if I go into the map here, we have this one, which I can't flip because I have to click it. Because it's unlocked, I think. There we go. Yeah. So if you left-click on a switch that's supposed to be controlled by auto, it gives you manual control over it. And you can now click on the electronic switch, and it will switch for you. Or you could just go in here and click, and there you go. It'll switch both of them. There you go. But you could do it either way. It works. That's good right there. I think we're going to have to flip this one because we want that string right there. So that's going to get flipped, and now we can just back this up. Alright, well hopefully these SD40s can do it. I should probably have another SD40 connected to the string here. Unfortunately, I don't actually have another train available at my disposal, so I should probably get a power move together with a couple trains. You know, maybe a couple SD40s. I don't think I need any long-haul trains, but a couple switcher locomotives just to help with this. Well, it seems like these two SD40s are pulling this train just fine, so, I mean, pushing this train just fine, so maybe we don't have to worry about it. I think what the big struggle is going to be is when we actually have to pull the train. Pushing's fine, but then pulling's where the problem's going to be. You know, I'm going to guess that this guy right here works in the tower, but based on his face, I feel like he's very unhappy today. Like, I feel like he really isn't happy to be at work today. Oh, poor guy. You know, I kind of feel bad for this guy. In the meantime, we're just going to chill up here as the train goes by slowly. Actually, I could probably give it a little bit of power here. It's slowing down quite a bit. All right. Well, apparently my recording software wasn't working. We didn't break any couplers. That's all I'll say. We didn't break any couplers. Let's just open that up and partially open this up, and then wait for this thing to fill, and then we will take this monstrous train that we're building, which isn't really much of a monster at all, and take it over there for the meantime. And then we're gonna go over here, grab these two string of cars, and park them over there too. Okay. Well, let's just pull this train forward here and see if it'll actually pull. This is where the issue might be. We're going 0.2 miles, 0.4, 0.5 miles an hour. Let's see if this actually does it. The parking brakes are off, so it should. There we go. Okay. Slowly. we're not even going a mile an hour. Let's give it some more power here. 3 miles an hour about. Yep. All right. Seems like we're pulling this. Definitely isn't easy, especially seeing that most of these cars here are full. We have a couple empties here, but other than that, most of these are full. So, well, I'm happy to see that this train is actually doing it. Well, we're just trucking along here. We're going at 10 miles an hour now, so that seems good. You can see that there. We're just going over about 11 now. Yeah, about 11 miles an hour now. And, yeah, I'm actually quite pleased that this isn't struggling. You know, it wouldn't hurt to have another engine, but at least this is doing it. Alright, I'm going to put on the brake here. This should do right here. Man, look at that. Let's just open up the door, shall we? I'm going to do that. Alright, right here should do. If the train will come to a stop, the tires are squealing. Alright, and there we go. Let's put this into neutral here, put the lights on dim, disconnect this consist from the SD40s, and then grab those other 2 stringer cars and bring them over. Actually, I'm going to need to back up just a little bit. Oh, big rip. Block your ears. Oh, wait, that's not the right button. Alright, we can just stop the train right about here and get those other set of cars. Alright, so we need to get these 2 string of cars here, so... Alright, we're just backing up here. We're should be there almost. There we go. Now I have a better view of this. Slowly but surely we'll get this in here. And I think we have a UP train that just popped up. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's pull this consist out of here and get the second one. Man, I gotta say, there's a nice breeze coming in through my window. And it feels really nice. We've been having all this cold weather here in Ohio, and it just feels really good. Yeah, we've been having all this really cold weather here in Ohio, and so now we're having like it's gonna be like 70 degrees this week, which is really, really nice. And I'm enjoying it. I got a lot of yard work I gotta do, and it's also been raining, so that isn't helpful. But we're supposed to have a couple dry days. It's always this time of the year. It's super rainy. You can never mow your lawn because it's raining every single day, and your lawn gets like 30 feet tall. It's a classic moment here in Ohio. At least for us, anyways. In the meantime, I'm going to AI this train and get him working on the hump. Oh, man. Okay, that's fine, I guess. That's fine, I guess. I mean, that's not really what I intended, but whatever. We're moving now. Alright, we're going 9 miles an hour. Meanwhile, this train here is flying down the yard to get humped. Only in a train game would saying, that train's gonna go get humped, make sense. Appears Dude Man is still standing here. You can just tell this guy really doesn't want to go to work. He's over here looking at this train like, why do I still do this? Or maybe it's that he's nervous because I'm the one driving the train. Alright, and there we go. We got the train just behind us there. Let's start applying the brakes since the end of this track here is coming up. And I'd like to stop just before this, because this will make it a little bit easier when we're switching and stuff. Alright, gonna bring it to a stop just here. Oh, nope, no, don't want to do that. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Oh, hold on, I gotta do that. There we go. Alright, awesome. Okay, train's to a stop. We can turn off that. Oh, no, it's not. There we go. Sorry if I broke any eardrums. Alright, we're gonna head back to the bowl and grab those cars tagged TU. It's like PU, but TU. Sorry, that wasn't funny. Looks like we got an intermodal train coming through. I don't have the pack for this intermodal train, so that's why it's showing up as boxcars. But yeah, it's an intermodal. And I'm not too sure where it's going, actually. Oh, LB. Interesting. In the meantime, we're just going to make our way through town here. And the hump train is stopped for the sole purpose that a switch is flipped against it. I think it's this one. Yep, it's that one. All right, now the hump train will continue moving on its merry way up to the Humpyard, and it'll get its job done. That took way longer than it should have to say. You know, I gotta say, this is kind of a nice view here. I should stand here more often. I don't know why I haven't stood here at all. Like, I don't know. I've been standing on the the little ladder, right? And I've been standing here, but I've never thought about standing here. That's kind of cool. Oh man, those dynamics brought us right to a stop. There we go. All right, let's take this train back. We're going backwards for some reason. We're going forwards. Good. Give it some more power. Notch 3. Sorry if you could hear me coughing in the background. I might have totally ruined that shot. And the next train approaches the Humpyard. Meanwhile, a scared SD40-2 scurries off in the distance. Looks like we got another train here. I'm going to guess that's probably intermodal, but I don't have the pack, so that's why it's showing up as boxcars. This guy's running very powerful. He's got 4 ES44s here. Look at that. Yeah. That's a long train, too. I don't even know really how long it is, but it's long. He's even got a Norfolk Southern ES44 DC as the a rear DPU. And I'd say that this train here is pretty long. It spans from the end of the yard all the way to the bowl. I mean, this train would not fit in this yard unless it was on this track here on the far left. Yeah. Oh man, I wasn't paying attention to our SD40. Woo! I was not paying attention to our train. We went a little bit farther than I wanted to. Yep, I thought I had a lot more space. Why are we not stopping? Alright, well, let's back this thing up then, because obviously I went a little bit too far. Okay, that will do just about right there. We can just leave the train here. I'm not going to need this SD40 for a little bit of time because as of right now, the bowl here is fairly empty, as you can see. We can now just watch this glorious contraption do its magic. By the way, if anybody's wondering what this is, I believe that this little contraption here is supposed to be a braking system. So the cars drive over it, and it slows them down. I might be wrong on that, but that's what I believe it is. Alrighty, last couple cars here are lining up for the Humpyard. Should just take a couple more minutes. And then that's it for this batch. And I think we could do another train without doing any trimming. Because as of right now, if we take a look at this, the yard really isn't that full. Alright, last couple cars are getting into position. Let's get the next train rolling. Okay, I think this is going to be the last train for today. Next episode, I might come back to West Colton and we'll build some outbound trains. Or maybe I'll do that off screen. I don't really know. We'll have to see what ends up happening in the next episode. I do have plans of doing a long haul at one point. I don't really know how I want to do it. Long hauls aren't really that good for YouTube because they're just driving. At least this, we're doing a lot of different stuff. When we're switching, we're doing a lot of different stuff. But as for doing long hauls, it's just driving. That's kind of it. While long hauls can, in fact, be very interesting, it's not very easy to do them on videos. At least that's what I feel. Maybe if we were doing a Twitch stream, it'd be super easy, but I don't know. If I do a long haul, it'll probably have to span over about a week. Just because long hauls can take approximately 12 hours, depending on where you're going, depending on train traffic, depending on many different circumstances. I would probably have to split into a couple episodes. And for now, we'll just park this train off to the side. Let's see here. Let's see if there are cab lights. Are the cab lights on? Oh, the cab lights are already on. Cab lights are already on. It's a little dark in here. Whatever. It's okay. Let's just park this off to the side and wait for the second train to be humped. And then I'll do the last two off screen in next episode. We can build outbound trains or something like that. I don't know. Maybe we'll build a supply train. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe we will go to the A line and do some running on there. I do plan on making a couple videos on the A line, except I still need to learn that map, because to be honest with you, I have no idea where I'm going. I'm driving a manifest train right now, because what I did when I started playing, because I had no idea what to do, is I was like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a yard. I'm going to find some industries that get serviced by that yard. I'm going to build a supply train, spawn it in at one side of the map, and drive to that yard and start running a local. I figured that would be the best way to learn the map. I went the wrong way multiple times. I'm still learning. I will say, it certainly is a good map, though. Let's just put it this way. There's a lot more green on the A line. And there's like 60,000 times more trees. However, I will say one thing. Look at this beautiful view here. Oh, man. This doesn't exist on the A line. And let the party begin. You know, I am kind of considering time-lapsing this. You know what? How about I just time-lapse this very satisfying process, and we can watch the whole thing get done. Time-lapse will begin. 3, 2, 1. All right, well, that train is done. We are going to take this one and shove it with the other one. Well, we got to do some trimming. All right, let's clear out the bowl and back this train up and grab cars tagged TU. You know what's crazy? That time lapse that we just had was 35 minutes long. In the meantime, looks like we got a manifest train leaving towards Bakersfield. Train's running heavy, and this guy even has 2 center DPUs. Alright, and there we go. Alright, now let's pull this forward and park it in the siding where it originally was. Okay, right there will do, and let's dim the lights. It is getting a little bit dark out there. Yeah. Okay, let's get the next train going here. What should we name this one? Let's name it Sir Hump. There we go, Sir Hump. I'm going to put that in capitals because it makes me feel better about it. Sir Hump, let's start up the train here. And let's get him set off to do the hump. I think we're going to do this one off screen. Because I built this train off screen. So as for these SD40s, let's get them pulled forward up to that light over there. We have that light. Let's just pull it up here, because what we're going to do is we're going to back the train on this track here. And the track is going to take us that way so that we can pick up some extra cars and bring them down the line. Alright, about right there I think should do. I already dimmed the lights. My bad. Now let's just back this thing up and get those other train cars and bring them over here so that there's space in the hump yard for new freight cars. That's why we're doing this, because there's not enough space in the hump yard. And eventually there's not going to be any space here, so we're going to have to send some outbound trains. And I'm going to have to get supply trains rolling, which actually right now I do have a supply train. No idea where it is. I think it's... Is it this one? Ah, I think it is this one. Yep, it's this one. Yep, this is the train, LS916J supply train to Bakersfield. This is one of my supply trains, and I AI'd it. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to catch it before it gets to UP Bakersfield, but he's got quite a distance yet. So this is the guy going to UP Bakersfield. Alright, whatever. I'll remember that. So manifest West Colton to Bakersfield. Alright, cool. He's full of cargo. And he's got a couple CSX locomotives as well. Alright, cool. Let's go back. Ah, jeez. Oh my god, we're 49 miles an hour. You know what's funny? I read that as oh my god, look how fast we're going. Jeez. I read that as 40... funny, you know what I did? I read that as 4.9 miles an hour. Wow. We were really flying. Jeez. Did you see that? Was I the only one that saw that? Wow, that was a little scary. We're still going a little fast. But whatever. It's okay. And just like last time, we will grab this set first. Well, I guess we grabbed that set first, but we're aligned to go here, so whatever. We'll just grab this one. It doesn't really matter. They're all loaded anyways. Most of these are loaded refrigerator cars, I think from Arvin. and YBK50. So there we go. Splam. Put this to neutral, and let's just get the air in here. We'll connect that, partially open that up, and then open that up, and this should start loading up with air very soon. And as normal, we will slowly. You know what? I say normal, except normal would be breaking couplers. Let's just carefully pull this thing out and then grab the second row and pull it into the departure yard over there for further sorting in the next episode. If we do decide to come back in the next episode, then we can do some outbound trains and clear the yard out for our next set of industries that we service and make outbound trains for. And we have a manifest train coming in from North Platts, I think this is. And it also appears that an SD40 that I AI'd back at Calwa Yard on the Bakersfield sub has just arrived at West Colton. I made a custom industry at this place right here. This right here is an intermodal terminal. And in Run8, for some reason, this wasn't an industry. So I decided to turn this into an industry, called it the West Colton Auto Rack, and that SD40 that this train here that I have is actually for that industry, and these are supposed to be switchers that I'm going to be keeping here. So I decided, you know what, why not I make why not I bring 6 SD40s with a whole bunch of auto rack. Oh man, it's getting dark. Good thing I have my flashlight. Gotta say, there's something about playing this game in the dark. It's I don't know, it's different. This game's got good nighttime lighting. I mean, I don't know, it's not great, but like, honestly, there certainly is something about the sky in this game that is just amazing. Like, look at that. That looks beautiful. Alright, let's roll forward. Alright, late night switching, here we go. Hopefully this fits. It's a very long train that we're pulling here. And the end of the siding is coming up actually pretty soon, right there. I mean, there's quite a bit of space here, but who knows if we're actually going to fit. Can we see my train, by the way? Ooh, that's bad. We have a train approaching with auto rack. I have no idea where he's planning on going. He's going around the diamond right now, which is a little bit scary. I don't know where he is. Let's put on the brakes and do some flying. There we go. There's that SD40 BNSF with auto rack. He's currently going around the diamond here. And I don't know where Otto's planning on putting him. Okay. That's a little scary. I guess what I'll do then in this case... I'm going to guess Otto's just going to route him this way. He's going to route him into the yard. And I'm going to want him to... You know what? I have an idea. Let's take that one, flip it, and you know what? How about this? Just having him park in this huge siding here? I think... Oh, no. Nope. Okay, well, you know what? I know that this is my fault here, right? Alright, let's flip that one, and... You know what? Screw it. I guess... Man, I kind of... you know what? Screw it. All right. I'm gonna have him route into this siding here. What are you doing? The heck? Hello? Ah, you stupid thing. The hump train. Can you stop for 3 seconds? Oh gosh. Yep, Mateo forgot to flip a switch. The hump train's going in the wrong direction. Yeah, that's not good. Alright, time to stop the train. Everything's going wrong right now. Alright, first off, I gotta grab this train. You, I need to relinquish the train I have. I need to grab you. Hello. UP9703, I think it is. You may have went the wrong way. So, wow. He was pushing this. Alright, open up the coupler and very carefully drive forward. Now this here is a very heavy train. Most cars here are actually loaded with cargo, as you can see. Green ones aren't loaded. There we go. Oh, brakes are on. And right about there should do. So what happened here is I forgot to flip a switch. We had those, those ES44s from the previous train. I took them down here. I flipped the switch and forgot to flip it right back. Interesting that the AI didn't give me an error. Why give me an error? That's a little weird. Well, whatever. That's fine. Alright, West Colton hump found by AI. Alright, we're going to pretend that didn't happen. So that BNSF auto rack train's just going to go here for now. Partially because I need this space here for trains. Because as of right now, we're trimming the yard here, and I need space to be able to put cars that don't fit in the bowl. So, why did this train make it to West Colton so fast? Alright, there we go. There's the SD40 coming in. We'll stop right here, and hopefully we fit. Hopefully we fit the way we currently are. I mean, you know what? I'm going to go out a little bit. It's okay. There we go. You know what? This is fine. We're a longer train. We're probably going to take up the entire space anyways. Alright, right there's going to do good. That guy is entering the yard. It makes me very happy to see that he's actually able to enter West Colton. Blah, this train doesn't fit. Alright, not to fear. I'm just going to pull forward. Let's just pull forward and get the last car in here, and then I'm going to trim about 5 cars off of this one and put it into the next train over, because this here, I believe, is NP and RO. I thought I just broke a coupler then. That scared me. Yeah. So this train right here is NP and RO. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. RO and NP's here, so we can just split a couple of these from there. And that right there should do. Let's put on the brakes. There we go. Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice this. Oh man, we almost rammed right into this train. Wow, I wasn't even paying attention. Wow, that could have been a huge disaster. Wow. Alright, well, that's okay. We're in the yard now, so we'll just trim what we got here. I guess we're going to have to wait for this auto rack to get out of the way. Yeah, alright, that's fine. We're just going to have to wait for this auto rack to get out of the way, because we can't really go anywhere. There we go. Open that up. And we will just wait here and chill. Because this is a very long auto rack train here. That's going to get loaded and then probably head off towards Chicago. And the yard's working away. Look at all those cars over there just going one by one. We have a couple other cars here. That's a set of 3 actually, which is kind of rare. We haven't seen that yet. We've seen sets of 2, not sets of 3 yet. We got a couple 2 cars here, which I'm a little bit nervous about 2. Look at that. That looks very full. We should probably take that. Although we have an auto rack in the way, which means we're not going to be able to take that. So let's hope that that doesn't overflow. Oh god, why did that scare me? Why did that scare me? I don't know why that scared me. We have we have that that auto rack train that's coming in. He's slowly moving in. Who wants to bet he's not going to fit? No, that's not true. He's going to fit. He'll fit. There we go. He's fine. Actually, looking at it, it's the RV consist that we're going to have to really get. What is that going backwards? Hello? Why are you going backwards? Wait, why is this one going backwards? Excuse me? Is that normal? Why are you going backwards? Why was this one going backwards? Why was the LB consist going backwards? That's a little scary. Okay, I don't know why this was doing that. Okay. Everything else seems to be fine. Anyways, as I was saying, the RV consist is the one we're going to have to take out. I mean, actually, it's about to overflow, so we should probably get on that. Yeah, we should probably get on that. Let's go. Alright, and let's flip this switch here to go here. Let's see, how do I flip that? I need to go here. He's at the entrance, right? So, first one's flipped. He went this way. Hold on. Mateo's just got to fly up in the air. Excessive coupler angle. Where? Here? UP973. Who? What? Wait, why did that flip? Excuse me? What? Have AI suddenly gotten smarter in this game that they flipped a hand switch? They flipped a hand switch on the Hump train. Why? Why you do that, SD40? I'm gonna guess it's the BNSF SD40 that did that. Why? I did not know AI could flip hand switches. Look, he even flipped this one, too. Dang it, BNSF SD40. Why you do that? Because now, you know what that means I have to do? I have to I have to relinquish this train. Click on that. Yeah, I know an air hose got stretched apart. It's not my problem. Air hoses got stretched apart. No. All right, where was it? It was right here. Look at that. Look at that split condition that we have going on here. All because AI. There we go. This just makes it easier if we split it open like this. Oh no, stupid thing. I was trying to turn the Hump controller off, and it appears that this boxcar decided to disconnect. I didn't even have to do anything. Shablam. Alright, I'm just going to leave this here for now, because I got to do some work. Looks like we got another manifest train approaching. And let's just back this in a little bit more, because it is kind of hanging out here. I am curious, how much space do I have behind the train? Actually, I have a fair bit of space behind the train. How about we back it up just a little bit more, so that I can use that little space right there if I need to, even though it's not going to be a lot of space. All right, just a little bit. I gotta say that in this game, seeing a busy train yard's pretty satisfying. Alright, let's restart the Hump after the incident and take these RV cars away and park them in a siding just ahead. Actually, you know what? I could pull these RV cars forward a little bit give it a little more space. But you know what? Because we already have the train attached to it, let's just take them all the way down there and park them in the yard. Because, I mean, might as well, right? Alright, slowly going along here in the darkness. Man, I gotta say, we got a lot of work done here. To think that when we started this, there were only 2 trains here, and now there's like about 4 or 5 trains here. Well, actually, I think there's 6 in total. And we're about to add another one. Yeah. And then we have a whole bunch of other stuff that we also gotta switch, plus an auto rack train that came in. So that's fun. And we actually have one more train to hump, and I'm gonna do that off screen. You know, I gotta say, when you look at this guy head on, he looks really ticked off. Alrighty, well, while we're here, the train is just moving about. We're kind of just walking along the catwalk here, so yeah, the train's moving along quite well. Alright, well, looking at this, we have a lot of space here, so I'm going to pull this train forward, and we're just going to park it here for the night and finish the current train, which, as of right now, we only have a couple cars left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We only have 10 cars left, so we're just going to finish the train that we're currently moving, finish this one, and then that will be the end of the episode. Alright, slowly but surely. We are going to stop it about right here. There we go. And we still have a little bit of space on this siding, so if we need to bring anything else over, we certainly do have the space to do that. Let's put on the brake. Get this train to a stop. I gotta say, the train's rocking back and forth a little bit. For some reason, on A-line, most of the tracks are like that for some reason. I don't know if it's the A-line is old, and the train tracks are supposed to be old, but trains do rock around quite a bit on that map. Little more than they do here, that's for sure. And the humping is complete. And look at this crazy business. I gotta say, this is very satisfying looking at this. Like, all this work, you know, all the industries that we had to service to make this, right? And we still have, like, an entire train that needs to go through the Humpyard. And we have a bunch of cars here that also need to get, you know, switched into an outbound train. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Jeez. Alrighty, well, that's going to do it for this episode of Run8. Next episode, I don't really know what we're going to do. If you want to see anything in particular with this game, do leave it in the comments. Oh, we have another train that arrived in West Colton. Where did this train come from? Wow, that's weird. So while we were doing all the humping work, this random train just appeared. Hello? Hi. I don't know where you came from. And of course, we have this train that I built a couple days ago, and it still needs to get humped. So yeah, well, we're gonna be busy in the yard for a little bit because we have a lot of outbound trains we need to build. We have some more humping we got to do. Yeah, but anyways, that is the West Colton Humpyard. If you want to see anything in particular with this game, do let me know. We might be going over to the A-line very soon. I just have to learn how the map works and how tagging works before I feel confident enough to play it on a YouTube video. But anyways, until then, thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. See you later. Peace!